Hello, everyone. We are going to work on CELPIP today, and we will be working on reading, part 1, that is reading correspondence. Let's start. Reading correspondence is a very simple part of CELPIP reading. So let's understand what exactly it is. 11 minutes will be given for you to answer 11 questions, which will be in 2 batches, 6 plus 5. First, there'll be 6 multiple choice questions, and then there'll be 5 questions. There are 2 texts which have to be read. One is the main text, which is an email from a community member to another about everyday social or work situation. And the second text is a short response to that main text with blanks to fill in. Now the examples. A customer asking a bakery for a special cake for her daughter's graduation. A community member emailing an animal shelter about volunteer opportunities. Colleagues making travel arrangements for a conference. The tone is conversational, friendly, or familiar. The level of formality will be no extreme informality. For example, there won't be slang or expressions of love, etc. So this is a very simple part of CELPIP reading. So let's see the steps how to solve it. The steps. Please note, these steps have been given by celpip.ca from our website. Now, this is fine. It looks great, but exactly, you cannot do this exactly as per this. There are more tips which have to be attached. So I'm going to give you some more tips too. In the first 2 minutes, read the questions, read the passage, find out the key details, find who the writer is, who the recipient is, what's the purpose, and does the writer ask for anything else? In the next 8.5 minutes, I would say 8.5 minutes, I will not bifurcate them into 4 minutes and 4.5 minutes. Do question set 1 and then do question set 2. Last 30 seconds are a sure shot, which should be there, making it sure that you've answered all the questions. Very important. Now let's talk about Webbers first. Why Webbers Online? We have a beautiful online department with a lot of students clearing CELPIP exam all across the world. We have flexible timings, early morning, late evening, excellent results, small batches, personalized attention, multiple 1:1 speaking, 24/7 material access, latest well-researched material, and certified trainers from IDP, Cambridge, Oxford, Pearson, etc., etc. For online classes, I have given the numbers below. Contact them with the country code of +91. Now, this is the email. This is the part of the email. And these are 6 questions which are to be answered. So let's start with the email first. What do we do? Very simple thing. First of all, this is the address block. Nothing needs to be done. This is the salutation. Nothing needs to be done. This is the subject. Parking garage problem. Very important. If you read this subject properly, you know what the email is about. I have marked something in gray and white. These are the paragraphs. I look at the second part of the email. Again, marked gray and white. This is a marker for myself and for you so that I can refer to it. And this is sign off. Sincerely, Jeff Gibson. Whom is he writing to? That needs to be seen. Whom is he writing to? He's writing it to Martin. Dear Martin. Who's writing the letter? Jeff is writing a letter to Martin, saying something, there was a problem. So let's read the first para and we'll understand what exactly the problem is. So he says, please regard this letter of apology for the recent problems that I caused you by moving your belongings in the parking garage without your permission. So now we know what the letter is all about. So I would suggest that you stop the video here, read this paragraph, understand this paragraph, and then we'll go ahead. Pause the video. Okay, now that you have read, we'll proceed further. The second part of the email is this. Read the gray area, and I will read out the last part. First, I'll give you some time to read the gray area. Pause the video here again. Now, the last part. 1,000 apologies for not checking with you first before moving your belongings. I can now see how it would have upset you to return after a holiday weekend and find your belongings moved for no apparent reason. All I can say is this: it won't happen again. Sincerely, Jeff Gibson. Now we need to go to the questions and read them so that we understand what to do. The first question is, what is Jeff's and Martin's relationship? So, who they are? Are they friends? Are they formal contacts, neighbors, or family? Think about it. I have given the paragraph in the description as well. Read it. Read the question and try answering it. I'm not going to tell you the answer, but I'll give you a technique. The technique is you can eliminate. What you can eliminate, whatever you feel is not suitable. Always remember one thing. In multiple choice questions, there will always be 4 choices. Out of these 4 choices, 2 choices will be absolutely wrong and 2 choices would be probable answers. I'm not saying they are the answers, they are the probable answers. Now, out of these 2, 1 is going to be wrong and 1 is going to be right. Now, we don't know which one is right or which one is wrong till we read the paragraph properly. Okay, so let's see. Are they friends? Do you think they're friends? Had they been friends, the tone of the letter would have been different. This is a very apologetic and a formal tone. So definitely they are not friends. They can be formal contacts. They can be neighbors, definitely, but they cannot be a family because with family also, you don't write such a formal letter. So now we are left with 2, and the 2 are formal contacts and neighbors. Read the passage again. Figure out what is the relationship of Jeff and Martin, and then answer this question. Let's go to question number 2. Question number 2. Why was Jeff organizing everything? So he's got 4 choices. We have to find out the best choice. He has some free time on his hands. Everything looked messy. He didn't want the area to be dangerous. He wanted a safe clearance. Use the technique that I've told you to eliminate. Find the answer. Number 3. How would you describe Jeff's attitude? Friendly, apologetic, straightforward, timid. Timid means scared. Find the best option. Eliminate the ones which are wrong. Whichever is left, compare them. Read the passage, compare them. You'll get the right answer. Pause the video on every question and find the answer. Question number 4. What possession of Martin was moved? A, B, C, D. 2 are absolutely wrong. 2 are probable answers. Question number 5. What was another worry of Jeff? Stacking height of the boxes, if Martin would accept his apology, an unclean garage, Martin's other family members. Read it. 2 are wrong. 2 are probable. Find the correct answer. Number 6. How does Jeff finish his letter? By blaming himself, by asking for another chance, by reflecting on the situation, by offering compensation. Compensation means he was offering some money, take the money. Okay. So now that you have done, we will check the answers. First is C, second is A, third is B, fourth is D, fifth is D, and sixth is C. So what is the relationship of Jeff and Martin? Definitely, they are neighbors. They have a common garage and they are neighbors. My next question. Why was Jeff organizing everything? So he had some free time on his hands. How would you describe Jeff's attitude? That's apologetic. Apologetic. He was sorry for it. What possession of Martin was moved? This is a little tricky because you will find the answers that you had been looking for as belongings and boxes. But the problem with belongings is belongings mean possession. So what possession of Martin was moved? Belongings. That is not correct. Boxes, that's the correct answer. Question number 5. What was another worry of Jeff? So Jeff said that on the other side of the car, the other door, not the driver's door, but the other door could not open. And how would the person get out? Some of the family members of Martin must be sitting there. So the answer is D. How does Jeff finish his letter? He reflects on the situation. He thinks about the situation. He is apologetic. He thinks, he introspects what went wrong. That is the way to reflect on a thing. So these are my answers. Pause the video here. Figure out what your answer is. If you get 5 or 6 correct, you are fine. It's okay. By practice, you can improve it to 6 out of 6. If you got 3 or 4, you need practice. You need a lot of practicals. And if you have 0, 1, or 2 as the score, boy, you got to think really hard. You have to be very, very disciplined. Be disciplined. If you're not being disciplined, the exam is going to give you a lot of trouble. That's for sure. Be disciplined. With this, we finish off our session today. And I hope that you have learned a lot from this session. Thank you so much. See you for the next session very soon.